came into this tournament, you were, for whatever reason, brimming with confidence. Is that really true?
No, I mean, I was, coming here happy being an Olympic champion. I think that's what really made the big difference. If I wouldn't have played doubles at the Olympics, say, I would have come here with 3 sort of maybe tough losses, but with the Olympic goal in doubles, it really sort of made me forget about it, and just sort of come in here and enjoy this tournament. I mean, I'm always going to be confident. I'm a 4-time defending champion, so I was always going to believe in my chances, and especially at the slams, I knew I was so close at Wimbledon that my chances were always going to be good here. So that's why I came into this tournament quite confident. Well, in the finals, I mean, I thought last year's was obviously much more difficult. I mean, we had a really tough match, even though it was straight sets. But today, I think I really chose the right tactics against Andy, who himself is a great tactician. I think, that it's always important to play him the right way, otherwise you'll lose. And I think I did a good job doing that today. And I really felt towards the end of the tournament, like last year actually, that I was playing my best as the opponents were getting more difficult. And so for this reason, I'm very happy actually the way I'm playing right now. I think the Andreev match was key, to the whole US Open, and I'm very happy where my level is right now. I know I can still play maybe a little bit better, but it was enough to win the US Open, so that's what counts. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, it's nice to compare 5 Wimbledons to 5 US Opens, no doubt. I mean, not many guys have nobody can do that. So, so it's quite nice. I'm very proud of obviously my achievement. I think it takes a lot out of a player, always trying to go from one tournament to the next and trying to do your best, But I mean, it's been a tough summer. I think the French Open loss was brutal, but I got over that one pretty easily. Played great on the grass, and had a really tough loss at Wimbledon, which I was proud to be part of such a great match, but at the same time, it just sort of made me sad, not having won that great epic match, maybe I was always dreaming about and then not winning it, but I was always positive, I knew that if things go my way, and this year hasn't always been the case, I lost quite a few matches I should have never lost, and they hurt, but now getting the 5th US Open, it really means a lot to me. I really thank the fans as well, the crowds, they were great. I mean, from the beginning, that's really what I was hoping for, and then losing my #1 ranking, I mean, that's also what meant a lot to me this season. So to bounce back straight away, after losing the #1 ranking, I mean, this is the best scenario ever.
Roger, you were showing more emotion in this tournament than I've personally ever seen, even in the earlier rounds, and fist pumps throughout the whole tournament, really excited, almost like Jimmy Connors right up there. What was it about this tournament that you really had an asterisk next to? You really wanted to win this almost more than I've ever seen.
Well, I thought, like I said, I came in with good spirits, from the Olympic Games, where we had some crazy celebrations there, ourselves. So I thought of, I guess I stayed on that cloud and just kept on going here, and it happened that I actually beat some really good players in tough conditions, and the relief was enormous, as I was progressing in the tournament. And I think that those were the reasons that, emotionally I was much more alive than ever. And I think towards the end, especially today, I felt in control all the way, so I didn't have to go, sort of crazy emotionally, which was good. I could save energy and, stay very concentrated for the entire match today. And I played great, I felt like I was invincible for a while again, and that's exactly how you sort of want to finish a tournament, I guess.
Willie?
Roger, now that you have your first major win, now that you have your first major win and your 3rd major final of the year, how would you describe your year?
Good. Pretty happy, I mean, it's been been maybe a year with a little less titles than usual, and especially struggling Masters Series, I think, this year, but still got a couple left. And other than that, the slams went okay, I mean, considering the year I've had, I'm very happy right now. And I always knew that if I were to get one slam under my belt, especially the last one, things weren't looking that bad like everybody was talking about. Anyway, I was always positive, like I mentioned before, and for this reason, I think this is really a great effort from my side, and to people saying I was under pressure. I didn't feel I was under pressure to prove myself and trying to win here, but this definitely feels very sweet, and I think it's key for this season, obviously.
How do you expect it to carry over for next year? What do you expect of yourself next year?
Well, first I'd like to get through this season, healthy and playing well. I mean, there's still a couple of highlights for me. I got Davis Cup at home. I got Basel, my hometown tournament, where I used to be a ball boy. Got the Masters Cup, Shanghai. I'd like to defend that title as well. So I mean, I still have many highlights, for me, and I'm looking forward to those challenges. And then we'll see how next year looks like. But at the moment, I'm obviously very confident. No, I mean, I really think also that opening night on Monday, getting the reception I got, I think really touched me a lot, actually. And after making the trip here to play at Madison Square Garden against Pete, sort of seems like it was very worthwhile. I think I gotten even more fans here in New York, for making this trip and making that night very special. So to come here at the US Open and getting continuous support throughout, from the New Yorkers was means a lot to me, because I'm not the type who wants to win over the fans. If it comes naturally, I think that's the biggest compliment a player can get, and that's, I think, what I have been able to achieve, not only here in New York but worldwide, and I think that's also one of an accomplishment I'm very proud. No, I mean, I've gotten the habit of, if I win a slam, I want to enjoy it first with my, all my friends and family who came here and supported me throughout. Used to make the error of going into doping control and press right away, and I wouldn't be back for 2.5 hours, and then people had to leave, and then I wouldn't see them. So I like this. I give myself the chance to really, suck up the great moment and enjoy it with them, have a glass of champagne, and just be myself a little bit for an hour in the locker room. And everybody's so happy. You talk about the match again, about the tournament, how great it is to be sitting here now with the trophy. You take all sort of kinds of pictures with the trophy, and all your friends who are there and families, and everybody's happy and proud, and it's a nice moment, and I like to take my time with that. Possibly. I mean, I didn't feel like I was moving all that great still, for the last couple of months. I thought it was okay, I think it was okay on clay and on grass. Then when I came back on hard courts, I think just my coordination was missing a little bit, because first of all, I haven't played on hard court for a while, and usually that comes back quite automatically, without me having to force the issue. But I didn't feel like it was all that great moving, especially in Cincy and in Toronto. I think there were some good moments sometimes, occasionally as well at the Olympic Games, and then I think here, as the tournament went on, I started to feel like I was moving better and better, and I think that was a good sign for me, and that gave me then also a lot of confidence, being able to know that I can play defense and offense, because sometimes I just had the feeling I had to play offense because my defense was just not acceptable from my standard. No, I don't think it got to me, but I was aware of it, and I was just, a bit disappointed, sometimes to a point a bit annoyed, because all sort of crazy people started writing me and, trying to reach me, telling me I need some help, either mentally or physically. I mean, you're laughing, but it's the way it goes, everybody thinks they come out of their closets and kind of start helping me now, and it's just a pain, so, I mean, for me, this sort of puts them to rest a little bit and calms down the phone of my parents a little bit, which I'm happy about.